Hello friends, welcome to Dal Soccer. My name is Delali Frank and this is News Daily. In today's edition, we're going to talk about Chris Hughton's 55-man provisional squad that he has submitted to CAF. He submitted the list and CAF has released it. So we're going to look into it. There's been some interesting names, and actually some of the players that are there, we thought they are out of the Black Stars, but they are in it. We're going to talk about the 55-man squad, what it means, whether Chris Hughton is taking all those players to the AFCON or not. We're going to talk about that. As usual, if it's your first time, hit on the subscription button. But without wasting my time, let's get straight into today's video. So, we were all in our house, quietly sleeping, and then CAF released a statement, sent it to all the press, and said that, well, the countries that are going for the African Cup of Nations, they've submitted their 55-man squad. Some of them have decided not to tell you, but we are telling you people. That's what CAF did. Then they published the entire list on their website, and then in a press release that they sent it to the press. Quickly, Ghanaians went straight into that of Ghana, including myself, because as at now, we've still not gotten it from the FA. So immediately CAF passed back door, release them. Nah, boy, I said, Kai, make you look sharp. That's what happened. So I also look sharp. Yeah, you can't fault me. I have to give you news. So I also look sharp, and I went to check out. You see, I want to check the list and the people in there, trying to find some names and see how it go. But CAF has said this. So the countries have submitted 55-man squad. However, they would be forced to break it down into 27. You see, they'll be forced to break it down into 24 to 27 players. However, on every match day, the coach has to break it down again to 23. Don't get confused. The 55-man squad is a provisional squad. It's a provisional squad. That means that if the coach submits the 30 or whatever, and players get injured, like they just submit it to CAF and tell CAF that, okay, this is the entire players that will select our final squad for any accoutrement. It doesn't mean that Chris Hughton will take all the 55 players to camp. Be like that. Like, he can't basically house 55 players. So some of the players that we'll be mentioning, we'll be talking about, they may not go for the campaign. You feel me? Because on 3rd January, CAF will force these countries, including Ghana, to break the list down into either 24 or 27, like 24 to 27-man squad. And then on match day, only 23 will be selected. You get me? So that's what happened. Now let's go into the list proper. Let's go all the way to Ghana. So Ghana, it starts with Dennis Odoi. You know Dennis Odoi. But one interesting thing about this list is I didn't know that some of the players, their surnames, I didn't know. So you'll be hearing some of the players, their surnames for the first time. Dennis Odoi, I'm sure that one you know. The defender, he plays in Belgium, Club Brugge. Jerome Opoku. Okay, let me give you this scenario. I said this in one of my videos that the 55-man squad will be players that have been in and out of the Black Stars, because if there's any injury or some strange incident, the head coaches would always love to go for players that have been in of the Black Stars before than somebody who hasn't even been in the Black Stars crowd. So you are going to see players that you thought have stopped playing for the Black Stars in this squad. So there's Denis Odoi, Jerome Frimpong, there's Mohamed Kudus, who plays for West Ham, Tariq Kwame Lamte. I didn't know that Tariq Lamte was called Kwame. Tariq Kwame Lamte. Like guys, and you see how their name sounds. Lante, that kind of thing. Yeah. Benjamin Tete, Daniel Amate, Abdul Fattah Ishaku, Idris Baba Mohammed, Richard Ofori, the goalkeeper, Solomon, Brandon, Michael, Clark, Thomas Asante. When I saw this, I thought it was the Bukum Chelsea's Solomon Asante, but there was this some legend who's some PC winger. I just know him. This one is Solomon Asante, who was born in England, who plays for West Bromwich Albion. There's Enes Nyama Apia, Salis Abdul Samed, Inaki Williams Arthur, Alexander Kwabena Bedu Jiku. Sally, other players, Antoine Selom Semenyo, Stefan Kofi Ambrosius, Elisha Usu, Nuhu Adams Kasim, Abdul Rahman Baba. Why is it that whenever Baba Rahman name is spelled in any of this official squad, they use small letters? You don't need to know, but I think I've paid attention and I realized that most of the time his name is spelled with small letters. Anyway, Joseph Luke Walakot, Mohammed Salis Abdul Karim, Gideon Mensah, Kingsley Shidna, Jonathan Suwa, who plays for Mediama, Beidou Michael, one of the new players. Hamidou Abdul Fatah, Abdullah Nuruddin, who plays for Mediama. Yeah, I'm sure you know. Daniel Efriye Barnier, FC Zurich. Yeah, Barnier is part. Doesn't mean he will go to the AFCON. Derek Fodro, Mediama, Felix Shea, Mediama. So far I've counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mediama players. John Duku Entry, Dreams FC, Godfred Kingsley, Chiahine, Dreams FC. This guy, one of the creative midfielders you can find in the domestic league. But you know, Ghana, them players really don't get attention. But the fact that his name is in there means those that did the scouting, like, actually work. They didn't just use names. You get me? Yes. And then there's Richmond Lamte of Master Santikoro. There's Emmanuel Entry of Accra Great Olympics. There's Yao Yabua of Columbus Crew. Benjamin Asare, Accra Great Olympics. Andrew Tre Yadom, who plays for Reading. You know him? Yeah, Andy Yadom. The one we call Andy Yadom. Yeah, BM. Yeah, he's still there. Razak Simpson plays for Nations FC. He's had over 5 man of the match as a defender. He's a very good defender. Like, I think when it comes to the local players that they selected, it was not based on like vibe. Like, or if you're somebody who follows the domestic league very well, you realize that these players, the people that selected them properly did scouting. It's not like they just called the names. And then there's Forsen Amankwa of FC Red Bull in Salzburg. You see the squad, these 55 players that have been mentioned, all the players will be there. Did I mention Thomas Partey? Partey is inside more. All the players that are in the squad are players that the head coaches would select the 27-23 from. Bernard Tekpete, Majid Ashimeru, Nicolas Opoku, Joseph Atamalawe, Usman Bukari, Patrick Bozo, Kamaldeen Suleimana, Jordan Pierre Ayew, Laris Atizigi, Ransford Yeboah Konisdorfer, Joseph Pencil, Thomas Partey, Ali Dusedu, Hafiz Futa Konkoni, who is now in Tanzania, Andre Morgan, Remy Ayew, and there's Edmund Edu. I think if you look at this squad, obviously you can tell who will be going for the AFCON. And for Bernard Tekpete, he's them players that a lot of people have said he needs to be given chance. And his name is here. But I don't think he will look at this and be happy, because I'm not saying he won't go, and I'm not with the head coaches, but based on the recent form of the players that Chris Hughton has been calling, the strikers that have always been called ahead of him, Semenyo, Usman Bukari, Inaki Williams, Joseph Pencil, like the forwards, Kudus, and Nesunyama, all the forwards that have been called ahead of him are still performing very well in their club side. Like, you know what I mean? So once they are still being consistent in their club side, it go hard to say the coach will still overlook them and add you to the squad. You get me? So I don't think he will look at this and be happy. But basically, this is the players that will be going for the AFCON. No, like, I don't mean all of them will be going for the AFCON, but that's Chris Hughton's provisional squad. By June 3rd, we will know the final squad. Other thing that we also need to be talked about, and maybe we will follow keenly, is where the Black Stars will be camping. Ahead, they wanted to go to South Africa, but I understand the FA really said, nah, South Africa, Charlie, either Benin or playing camp in Cape Coast. Because South Africa and the weather and the Ivory Coast weather, bro, you know the match. You see, when it comes to facilities, maybe facilities wise, but I think Benin has some good facilities. because Algeria, I think Algeria is coming to Benin also to camp, and Benin, Mali, same, weather. Benin, Ivory Coast, same weather. Let's see. So that's Chris Witten's squad. Let me know what you think about it. There are some names that you shock you, me too, shocking, but let's see what happens. It doesn't mean that they are all going to the AFCON anyway. So provisional squad, but anything happens. As usual, my name is Delali Frank. If you enjoy what we did here, as usual, hit on the subscription button. Why don't you meet again? Bye bye for now.